If your cat runs away every time you pick up the nail clipper, he is not being difficult. He is telling you something very specific about how he feels. Most cat owners try to trim their cat's nails the same way they try everything else, in a hurry, with restraint, expecting the cat to cooperate because it won't hurt. And every time that happens, the cat learns one thing: that small silver object means discomfort, containment, and loss of control. It is not stubbornness, it is association. And the good news is that associations can be rewritten with patience, with sequence, and with a plan that respects the cat's pace. Before any training begins, there is a question that needs to be answered. Does your cat already associate being touched on the paws with something good, or only with something he wants to escape? If he pulls his paw away the moment you touch it, that is the starting point of your training, and that is exactly where we begin. The training plan has 4 phases. There are no shortcuts between them. Each phase only begins when the cat shows he is ready, not when you decide enough time has passed. Phase 1, desensitization to touch. No clipper, no restraint, just your hand and the cat's permission. While you stroke his body, gradually guide your hands toward his paws, but without grabbing. Just touch. Just be close. If he does not pull his paw away during the first 3 days of short sessions, you are ready to move forward. If he does pull away, you stay 1 more day. And that is not failure, that is communication. There is a detail that most people completely overlook in this phase. Where you do the training matters just as much as what you do. Cats feel safest in environments where they already sleep, already play, already feel in control. Always begin training on the cat's territory, not yours. Phase 2, introducing the object. The nail clipper enters the scene, but it does not touch anyone yet. Leave the clipper in the cat's space for several days. Do not force the approach. Let him sniff it, ignore it, and eventually walk over it as if it were just another object in his world. When he starts ignoring the clipper completely, you will introduce the sound. And here is where many owners make the second big mistake. The mistake is making the sound of the clipper for the first time near the cat's paws. The sound needs to become neutral before it is associated with touch. After a few days with the sound present in the routine, gradually bring the clipper closer while offering a treat, creating a new equation in the cat's brain. You are now teaching the cat's nervous system that clipper plus touch equals something good, not clipper plus touch equals danger. Phase 3, touching the paws with the closed clipper. Still no cutting. The goal here is for the texture of the clipper on the paws to become familiar. Do this for 3 to 5 days. Touch one paw, offer a treat, let the cat walk away if you want. Never hold, never force. Here's something behavioral science confirms and that owners rarely use to their advantage. Cats learn much faster when the session lasts less than 2 minutes. Short sessions leave the cat wanting more, and that is exactly what you want. Ending before he wants to leave is the secret to preventing him from associating the training with discomfort. Phase 4, the first cut, and the rule here is just 1. Cut only 1 nail in the first session. 1, just 1. After the first cut, an immediate treat. Calm praise, not excited, and end the session. Let the success be small. Small successes are the ones that build big changes. In the following sessions, you will gradually increase to 2 nails, then 3, always stopping before the cat shows any sign of discomfort. But how do you know the cat is reaching his limit before he reacts? He will tell you if you know where to look. The tail is the first signal. A single sharp flick means pay attention. Repeated flicks mean I am reaching my limit. The ears are the second signal. When they start rotating sideways or backward, the cat is torn between tolerating and acting. That is the moment to stop. And the third signal, the most subtle and the most important, the cat's body will begin to lean away from you, not yet to flee, but as a warning that the next step is escape. When you learn to stop before he needs to act, something extraordinary happens. The cat begins to trust that you will listen, and the resistance decreases. There is a variation of this training plan for cats that have a history of trauma with restraint, and it changes one fundamental thing in phase 1. For cats with a history of trauma, phase 1 starts even further back, with you simply present in the same environment, with no intention of touch, without moving toward the cat. Presence without demand is one of the most powerful tools available for cats that have learned to defend themselves from hands that arrive without warning. Another element that completely transforms the training outcome: timing. Cats have predictable windows of calm throughout the day, and trimming nails during those windows is incomparably easier. These windows tend to appear right after meals and right after an intense play session. A cat that is fed and physically satisfied has far less resistance to any kind of handling. In the same way, after a session of play with a wand toy or laser, the cat enters a deep state of relaxation that many owners never take advantage of. And now something almost nobody knows: the emotional state of the owner during nail trimming is perceived by the cat with precision and directly influences the outcome. Cats read human body language with a precision that surprises us. Your breathing, your muscle tension, the pace of your movements, all of that reaches the cat's nervous system before any touch happens. So before any training session or nail trimming, take 3 slow breaths. Not for the cat, for yourself, but the cat will notice. There's also a resource that can accelerate all phases of training when used correctly: synthetic pheromones in spray or diffuser form applied to the environment before the session. These products mimic the facial pheromones that cats deposit on objects when they feel safe, essentially telling the cat's nervous system that this is a trustworthy place. They are not magic, they do not replace training, but in very anxious cats, they can be the difference between an impossible session and a merely difficult one. Now let us talk about what happens when, even after weeks of training, the cat still reacts with strong resistance at one specific part of the process. Consistent resistance in one specific paw can have 3 different origins: physical sensitivity in that limb, memory of a previous negative experience, or simply the cat's preference regarding the position you are using. If it is physical sensitivity, you will notice the cat licking that paw more frequently, or that it feels slightly warmer to the touch. In those cases, a visit to the veterinarian is worthwhile before continuing the training. If it is memory of a negative experience, the progression will be slower for that paw, and that is completely fine. You simply spend more days in phase 2 for that specific limb. And if it is position, try letting the cat stand on all 4s instead of lying down. Some cats tolerate paw handling much better when they feel stable and in control of their own posture. We have reached the part that few owners consider when the training is going well: maintenance. Because building the behavior is one thing, and sustaining it is something entirely different. Once the cat accepts the process regularly, many owners make the mistake of only returning to the routine when the nails are already too long, and by then, the cat has forgotten half of the positive association. The ideal maintenance is to touch the cat's paws with the closed clipper at least once a week, even when there is nothing to cut, just to keep the positive association alive. Think of it this way: you do not practice piano only when you are about to perform. You practice so the music lives in your body. The same applies to feline behavior training. There is one last element of the plan that is frequently overlooked, and it may be the most important of all: what you do immediately after trimming the nails. Always ending with play or a high-value treat creates a pleasant end memory, and the cat's brain uses that ending to evaluate the entire event. This is called the peak end effect. The memory of an experience is shaped primarily by its most intense moment and by its ending, not by the average of the whole session. So, to summarize the complete plan before we reach the final part: Phase 1, desensitization to touch, days of gentle contact with no object. Phase 2, introducing the object, clipper present with no function. Phase 3, touching with the closed object, familiarity with texture and sound. Phase 4, the first cut. And now we reach the part I wanted to save for the end, because it completely changes how you will interpret any resistance from your cat from this point forward. A cat's resistance to nail trimming is rarely about the nails. It's about how much he trusts that you will respect the signals he gives during any physical interaction. Every time you stop when he asks you to stop, you are not only making nail trimming easier, you are building the kind of bond that makes the cat seek you out when he is frightened, when he is sick, and when he needs safety. Cats that trust human touch are cats that allow easier veterinary exams, more effective home treatments, and a completely different relationship with the care that comes from you. And here's the shift I want you to carry with you. The problem was never that your cat is difficult. The problem was that he did not yet understand that you were going to listen. Every time you respect the cat's pace, you are saying something he understands perfectly, even without words. I am paying attention to you. And if you made it this far, it's because you are already doing the most important thing: paying attention.